Dave, we're out of gas.
Tony, you work for Shell. How can you run out of gas?
Well, I work in the oil sands.
Well, did they not teach you how to read a fuel gauge?
Listen, you're the one who said keep going. We got plenty of gas.
I'm the navigator. You know, it's gonna take us a month to get to a gas station from here.
Oh, listen, Dave, I can have you gasoline from the oil sands within a week.
Gas from the oil sands in a week.
In a week.
Why, Tony? That sounds like a story.
Let me tell you how it all starts. Well, the first thing we do is remove the topsoil. The top layer is called overburden.
Overburden?
So we take this overburden, we store it, and we use this overburden in future reclamation efforts.
Then, when all you see is oil sands, what do you do with it?
We take these huge 100-ton shovels, and we dig it up and we put it into these 400-ton haul trucks.
That's a big truck.
797Bs, they are the largest in the world.
Okay, you got a big truck, what do you do with it?
Wow, these 797s, they take it over to a crusher pad.
Crusher breaks it up?
Breaks it up, and then it goes up a conveyor belt system.
I'm just assuming this is a big conveyor belt.
The world's largest.
The world's largest conveyor belt dumps it where?
Into a silo, and then from the silo into the ore prep area.
What happens there?
Well, the oil sand is then mixed with warm water and is agitated.
And then you get oil?
And then you get slurry.
Okay.
The slurry goes down another pipeline into the separation cells.
And it's separated into what?
Well, oil sand is 1 part oil, 1 part water, and 1 part sand.
Okay.
So the water is recycled back into the process.
Where's the sand go?
The sand goes out into the tailings facility.
And what about the oil?
Oil moves over into froth treatment.
Okay.
So in froth treatment, what happens is it is mixed with a solvent, dilutes it, and makes it easier for it to transport down via pipeline to the Scotford upgrader, 473 kilometers south of Fort McMurray.
So is Scotford one big refinery?
Well, you know, Scotford's more than a refinery. The part I'm talking about is the upgrader.
What happens there?
Well, the upgrader, it consists of several process units.
All right, tell me one.
Well, the part that I'm excited about is the A and V.
What happens at the A and V?
The A and V, it separates the light and heavy oils.
Okay, is there any other units?
Well, let's talk about what happens to the heavy oil. The heavy oil then goes into the RHC.
RHC?
So in the RHC, hydrogen, heat, and high pressure crack the molecules and transfer it into a synthetic crude.
Why would you do that?
Well, it yields more. So every 100 barrels that we put in, we get 103 barrels back.
You get more than what you started with.
Hey man, I tell you, it's a bargain. Then you have the sulfur recovery complex, which collects the byproduct of hydrogen sulfide and turns it into usable sulfur.
So how much oil do you produce?
Well, including the 100,000 barrels per day from the Athabasca Oil Sands Project expansion, we're up to 255,000 barrels per day.
And that all goes in my tank?
Not quite. The synthetic crude from the upgrader then goes through the refinery to produce such great products like jet fuel and diesel.
Gasoline.
And gasoline.
Finally. So after the refinery, where do the products go?
Actually, it's pipeline out to the Sherwood Marketing Terminal and to your local Shell retail outlet.
So it all ends up right here?
Well, not only right here, but to over 1,300 Shell retail outlets across Canada. And because of the unparalleled commitment of our employees in heavy oil and manufacturing who produce our high-quality products, our retail staff proudly wear the Shell Pectin.
And all that happens in a week.
1 week.
And it drives the Alberta and Canadian economy.
Absolutely.
And it fills everyone's tank with gas.
To the top.
Except yours.
Dave, that's not the point.
Hey! Tony, we still have to pay. Tony.